I'm with Mike MacDonald here in Ottawa, Ontario. Mike, you're fundraising to help cover the costs with your treatments and to get that liver transplant is going really, really well. We're seeing a lot of public support, but there's, of course, more assistance that the public can do. How are you feeling?
Hanging in there, you know.
Have you been surprised by the amount of support and outpouring that people are showing towards you?
Yeah. You know, the whole thing, I thought I would, the original message that I put on Facebook, I thought I'd, you know, there'd be a few people that would read it, but I was never expected this whole thing to happen the way it did.
So what's your current status, health-wise?
I just came back from Toronto from my first assessment meeting for the, I'm waiting to be officially put on the waiting list. And once I'm officially put on the waiting list, then then they can start assessing the living donors also.
Now, you also recently have come out to support and talk about bipolar disorder.
Yeah, that's, I've been doing that for quite a while. Yeah.
What made you want to come out with that?
Well, you know, I've always felt that, you know, I deal with the hand that was dealt to me.
That's great. Have you thought about the first joke you're going to tell on stage when you're finally better and have come through all this?
Not really. They expect me to say a couple of things on the 21st, the benefits across the country. You know, I put a little videotape thanking the people, so I did a couple of jokes in the video, you know, 30-second videotape thing, thanking the people for coming out, and here in Ottawa, I'm going to be attending the Yuck Yuck show. So I think at the end they're going to expect me to get up there and say a few things. So I haven't quite figured out exactly what I'm going to say, but I'm sure I'll think of something between now and then.
Have all your years in comedy helped you through this ordeal?
I don't know if they've really helped me, but I was feeling really down, you know, once I was diagnosed and stuff, and especially when I got the severe infection, then I was told that I, you know, couldn't wait a couple of years for a transplant, that I had to, you know, go to Toronto and get the assessment meeting done and get on the waiting list as fast as possible, but once I put the Facebook message out and, you know, all the overwhelming response, I couldn't help but feel positive and up and start writing jokes again.
So you have started to write jokes again?
Yeah, because, you know, it's just uncontrollable. It's because of all the positive feedback I've been getting.
When did you know that you were going to make a living as a comic?
It's probably in high school. I mean, I always knew when I was growing up that it would be some form of entertainment, because I just couldn't hack doing normal things. You know, and you know, I couldn't work at a bank, or I couldn't work, you know, because you know, I just couldn't hack it, or you know, I kept on getting kicked out of normal jobs and fired out of so-called normal jobs for being too funny. So you know, but at one point in my career, it was either music or comedy. But you know, I played the drums, and you know, I still do, and the problem with the band, though, is you need like 4 or 5 other people to agree with you to get something done. And whereas stand-up comedy, you just need one vote, and that's mine. So comedy sort of took over.
Have you heard a lot of from your fellow comics since this has all started?
Yeah. And some of them have really been nice and totally unexpected. They've sent me checks to just to have fun with. You know, I mean, just unbelievably generous. You know, stuff that have totally been unexpected.
And if you had to give one piece of advice to anybody out of all of the experiences you've had in life through your ordeal and just in general, what do you think that would be?
I guess it's not, you know, all the parting. It's not worth the parting. You know, I mean, for me, it's looking back. I would go back and not do like half the things that I did with drugs and everything else. You know, and it's just not worth it.
All right. Thank you, sir.